From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight.
Welcome to BBN Tonight. I'm Mary Jo Perino.
And I'm Keith Farmer. Tonight, we look ahead to UK Georgia, which will feature a new starting quarterback for the Cats.
And later, an extended discussion with John Calipari about his team. Well, we now know that Joey Gatewood is going to get the call for the starter at the Georgia game. That begins tonight's Big Blue story presented by Baptist Health. Mark Stoops made the announcement this evening following a week where Terry Wilson missed practice time after suffering a wrist injury against Missouri. We talked to QB's coach Darin Hinshaw today about the switch.
Terry's an older quarterback who's played a lot of SEC games. Joey has not, and there's going to be a learning curve for him as he goes out there against Georgia. They're a great defense, they're a really good team, and he's going to go out there and go, obviously get comfortable early and understand his first start in the SEC, and it's exciting for him. He's excited, and we're looking forward to seeing him play.
Keith, you talked to Coach Hinshaw today. What was the sense you got from him? Is he confident about Joey? Yeah,
totally confident in him. I feel like he is confident in 3 to 4 quarterbacks that's in his room. And really, when you get to talking about those, he even said that Terry Wilson and Joey Gatewood are really similar quarterbacks. I mean, their styles are so similar. So I think that's kind of a good thing. It's just, I'm not sure you want him going out against Georgia that first game, but it is what it is because Terry Wilson's injured.
And it's an all-SEC schedule, so what are you going to do?
Players on both sides of the ball say things have been much more intense during practices this week, coming off a disappointing loss at Missouri and a huge challenge coming up against Georgia. Nose guard Marquand McCall and offensive lineman Luke FORTNER say that practices have been, quote, all business and a lot faster than in weeks before. I say that's a good thing, and we mentioned it yesterday. I think it just woke them up. A game like that against Missouri and you just look lethargic, I think has to get your attention. Yeah,
sometimes you get punched in the face, and that's what it takes. And I know it wasn't easy, but the Tennessee game sure looked easy. So coming off that win, it might have been tough to get those guys to listen, and I think they got their attention now. Well, Kentucky football does have just one more game before being able to take a little mid-season break. A win against the Bulldogs Saturday would bring Mark Stoops' overall winning percentage to 500. The Cats could also snap their longest SEC losing streak to one team, which stands at 10 to Georgia. But if Kentucky does lose, it's going to be difficult to end this season at 5-5. The Vanderbilt game becomes a must-win. Vanderbilt is always a must-win, Keith, every single year, but it is kind of nice to say that the longest losing streak in the SEC is only 10 games.
That is true after so many of those other 30 plus, and but we kind of knew this was going to be the difficult schedule. We knew it was all SEC, so we knew it was going to be tough anyway. All right, turning to Kentucky basketball, and the schedule has been very much in flux because of the pandemic. But today, one date was locked in, at least for the time being. CBS Sports announced that its Sports Classic featuring UK and UCLA will take place in Cleveland on December 19th. Good to see this happening. First time there. Kentucky 3-3 in the event, and I'm just happy that we're talking. We got 2 games now on the schedule that we know, 2 of the 9 non-conference games.
Yeah, nothing like Cleveland in December. It's exactly where you want to be. All right, as for the UK women, practices are underway, and their head coach is back in charge. Matthew Mitchell has been on the mend for months after undergoing brain surgery during the offseason to treat a head injury he suffered on a family trip hike in Mexico. Keith, we're going to get to talk to him at some point, having him on the show. It's taken him a while to get ready. I mean, I think he's expressed that the recovery was a lot longer than he anticipated.
And he had to turn over all of his head coaching duties to Kyra Elsie and needed her help, and she's done a fantastic job while he's been gone, but he's ready to go back at it again. And one thing that he did talk about is that no UK U of L women's game. That's kind of a bummer, but they're going to try and get it back next year.
Because it's such a great series. All right, coming up next on BBN Tonight, we talk with the man in charge of the men's basketball team.
Coach Cal talks about his approach to this most unique season. That's when we return.